driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon into evening. I don't think I'm going to get too many people on this. This is more like a PSA. All right. It's a 3 o'clock meeting. It's a good meeting. A little fight broke out. It's been a while since I've seen a couple people argue in a meeting like that, but principles before personalities. And I understand that sometimes we're going to go to meetings and there might be people there that we don't like, or maybe even people have done something to us. You can't let that stop you. And I know it sucks, and we want justice, but we gotta be very, very careful. We gotta be careful. It is so easy to get caught up in drama, and that's why I try. And stick with facts when it comes to the program. What this has to do with, somebody was inappropriate in a meeting and we booted them for a little while. We allowed them back in, and one person has a problem with it, but we can't keep people out of meetings. It's just, he didn't feel comfortable. And I get both sides. I understand both sides, but really, what is the answer? And I think our group conscious really needs to be, honest with ourselves. I'm saying our, because I was included in the group conscious. So this is where we ask God for guidance and direction. But that's not what we're doing here. I wanted to give a little bit of respect for recovery groups out there. My name is Dion, and welcome to the Daily Trudge. I'm going to go a little bit more into it. We got to be respectful of these groups, man. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Okay. Now, of course, I can only speak on my group. Okay. And at one point, Trudging Together was a public group, and a lot of people asked that it be changed to private. I got that. No, we lost. It's all right. No, I'm a Bronco fan, so yeah, we didn't win. Good to see you again, though, Michelle. And thank you for asking. I enjoy football, but I don't let it determine my day. I've never done that. It's all right. They're the Broncos. Used to it. Right. But thank you. I appreciate that, Michelle. And I try and, because I'm about recovery, and I'd really like to help anybody that I can, but alcoholics tend to come first. Try and figure out the best way to explain this, and I think straightforward is probably just the best way. There's a lot of predators out there in recovery, especially in Colorado. There's a lot. These are the type of people that say, I'm a person in long-term recovery, and what does that mean? Okay. And in Colorado, I know who they are. Okay. So here's the thing, there's a lot of predators out there. And and I've made this announcement before, but if it is a company, if it is a peer support, if it is recovery coaching, if it is treatment, and I do not know them, I'm going to remove it. Don't do that. Okay? Because then what you're saying is that I support what they're doing, and I don't. I don't support them. Okay? It happened today. Okay, and somebody posted like 5, 6 of them from this other place, right? Okay, now it doesn't, what they called their group doesn't really go with what they're doing, and I know who these people are. Okay, and some of them had committed Medicaid fraud. So my answer is no. You can't be in my group. The answer is no. Okay. I never ever post my lives, my podcast to any group where I have not asked the administrator if it's okay first. Okay. It is not okay for you to just promote other people in other people's groups without asking, especially a private one. I don't want those people in my group. I don't want any interaction. What if one person clicked on that, followed it, and ended up being body brokered? Then how would you feel about it? Okay. I intentionally leave letters out from after my name. I was a drug and alcohol counselor at the age of 20. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. Okay. Now, I go for what's called recovery equity, and that means everybody is going to get a chance. Everybody gets a shot. Okay. But okay, let's go to the group a little bit. It takes about 10 minutes to start a new group. Okay. But it takes all day to run that sucker the right way. It's taken me years to get the system down. Some people I let just post their stuff because they've been posting for a while. In fact, 97% of them I do. Okay. And I don't want to go back to where I'm having to pick, but I look through almost every single one. If Trudging Together has a new post, I'm looking at it because I need to decide whether or not it's good enough for the group because the poster hasn't taken the time to do that. Okay. Let's say you went to Coke's site and put up an ad for Pepsi. Then it's the same thing. Okay. No, recovery doesn't have competition. These people have made it competition, and I'm not taking the bite. I won't do it. There are some disgusting things happening here, and my morals will not allow me to be a part of it at all. Okay. I have respect for people that stick with it because it is not easy to grow a group. Okay. Considering that half of your listeners go back out. Half my listeners go back out eventually. Okay. That means that I need to have double to triple the amount for me to have the same effect as a normal group. Okay. Out of the 1,500 people that are in my group, I'd say a couple hundred of them are really only doing anything in that. Okay. So I check for intention. I check for things. Now, when I'm going to look at these, I'm going to always look and I'm going to follow the trail. I'm going to end up at their website and I'll tell you where I go next. Meet the team. And if I see any name on there that I know was caught up in it, the answer is no. Okay. Because in my field, and it's unfortunate I did not create this, they are guilty. until proven innocent. I've got to do it that way. It is the only way I can keep these predators out. I make it no fun for them. I've been dealing with bullies all my. That's what they are. They're bullies. Okay. So let's take a little bit of time. Hey, you know what? This is kind of coming from a different source. Maybe I should ask if it's okay first. Okay. Yes, I like to say that it's our group, but when it comes down to it, it's my group. I'm the one that has to take the flack. I'm the one that gets beat up. I'm the one that gets the comments. I'm the one that hears the bullshit. Okay. Every day I hear from people, the Silver Living's doing that, and okay. Now, on a regular basis, that's okay. Companies are going to have problems, but these aren't normal problems. And then the people that are supposed to do something about it are not. They're sitting on their hands. Right? And this all has to do with cashola. It all has to do with money. It is the only underlying thing in this whole thing is money. See, recovery has become big business, and recovery is not chargeable. I don't charge for recovery. Okay. And a lot of people get upset with me because I will tell you what you need to hear without charging you a dime. And it'll be the same thing you're going to hear from somebody else. This stuff isn't a secret. This stuff is not a secret. Okay. Recovery is simple. And if you are in an area or you're around a group of people and it's not simple, get out. You're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. So, here's a great example. Monty Man, he runs the Take 12 radio. I love Monty, okay? But he doesn't particularly like my swearing, okay? I don't always share this to his group if I know I'm going to be swearing a lot. That's just respect because he isn't very appreciative, okay? And I need to respect his group rules. Those are his rules, and I need to respect them. Okay. So I think I'm gonna put a new rule in. I haven't given props to the people that do this stuff. Love them, man. Okay. Groups. I'm not talking pages. I have a page, but I just put stuff there so people can see. Other than that, it's just there. It's a static web page is what it is. Okay. A group is more interactive, and that's what I'm going for in the group is interaction. Okay. And we have several people that do dailies. So Steve Robinson, he's been posting there every day for freaking over 2 years now. Gary posts a lot. Bobby, Mandy, Lori's one of my biggest supporters. And it isn't that I don't appreciate all of it. I appreciate the fact that people think of me. Thank you very much. I love you for that. Okay. But we have to remember that Dion is the guy. I will say no before I say yes in that situation. I just will. The one that happened today, I went and looked and, I went to meet the team and they didn't list their last names. Why? I know why. It's not that hard to figure out. They don't want you to go look at their Facebook to see what they're actually like. There you go. It's really that simple. Why would you tout yourself as a professional and leave out your last name? They don't want you looking them up on Facebook. They don't want you. Well, they're going to say, well, I don't want people to do. I'm at about 7.5 years of sobriety. I've been in the program since 1989. My first meeting is 1984. I'll give you a little rundown of my life. It's just you and me, Michelle, so we can hang out. See, that's what's great about what I do. Sometimes it's just me and another person, but it doesn't matter. It's still a meeting, right? Um, so I found out that I was an alcoholic when I was 14. Okay, and long story short, I was I was tired of being called names, and things like that. So I'm like, I'll show you, and I became a real good alcoholic. Right? And by 18, I was living on Skid Row. Skid Row. I was living downtown with the bums under bridges. Okay, Skid Row. I've been homeless twice. The second time was not Skid Row. I did couch surfing. Not to me, I don't consider that homeless because the first time I got sober, I was 18 years old. Okay, and I went through a place called the Phoenix Concept, which is a halfway house for homeless alcoholics. Ding, that would be me, right? Um, and so I soared up there. It was a year program. I completed the program. During that time, I became part of a group called the West Side Drug Free Youth Team, which was a prevention group. And we went around to schools and put on a play about prevention. Won the Governor's Award 2 years in a row. When I was 19 years old, we accepted the award, and they wanted me to speak. So we did like this drug-free march, and they said we want somebody from the team to speak, and we want it to be Dion. All right, and so I invited my girlfriend with me too, who's now my wife. That's right. I married my high school sweetheart. We've been together. If I get this wrong, I might get 12, 14 years. And then I left that program. Oh, and so I got to speak on the Capitol steps, and there were thousands of people, and I was still homeless. Yeah, I was in a halfway house, and so the thrill that I got. I'm a shy person by nature. I'm not naturally this way. I'm actually kind of shy, and God, it was just amazing. It was just amazing. People cheering, yeah. And from that moment on, it was that moment right there. I decided that I wanted to help as many frickin' people in this world as I could, and I'm here. By 20, I was a drug and alcohol counselor. I've worked detox. I've worked treatment. I've been around the program for 34 years now. So, not something I talk about too often because I don't feel like I'm bragging. I don't, you know. This is a day at a time program, and the way I see it is every single person is an arm's length away from the next drink, and that includes me. That includes me. You bet. Right. So let's give some kudos to those people that run recovery pages, man. If you're in some recovery pages, just write something in make a post. Hey, thanks admins for keeping this place safe for us and doing that. It's a lot more work than you think. Okay. And it's also very thankless because we're not asking for anything in return. If you're in a recovery group or things like that and they're asking for something in return, get out. It's not how we do it. No. You do this, right? The government could pay you and stuff. Yeah. Right. Because people don't want to give up that cash. So yeah, give them some props, man. They do it is harder than you think, because then you got people that are coming in and then they need help, right? They need help, and we take our own time. We take our own time. So, and at the same time, remember that even though you're a part of the group and it is a group, it's not your group, right? Until you take accountability for it, it's not your group. Okay. If you want to start your own group, I go for it, man. I'll come join it. I'll come join it. You bet. You know, if you want to participate more in mine, ask. See, I just wait for people to ask. I don't mind at all. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Thanks for hanging out, Michelle. This never turns out the way that I think it's going to. So, and that's all right. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Join us tomorrow. We continuing on with step 12, and I hope everybody has a great night. I love you. Peace out, and have a day.